Sandy, in all seriousness, he needs to be taught to it like that. Now, he's learned that if he jumps into the canter, you will pull back. So I'm going to walk in front of him. I hate horses that break into the canter. Trot, trot, trot. I'll be out of the way. Trot, trot, trot. Yes. Oh my God, it worked. But you didn't yet. Now you pat him. Where should that occur, Sandy? When his feet touch the ground? Oh, good boy! Right? Because if he does wrong, you're suddenly the Wicked Witch of the West. Huh? You can do that, right? Don't do that. I hate it when you do that. Good boy. Now, here's the secret. You are neither. You're not in a rage, and you're not goofy. You're thinking about how to communicate to your horse what you think is good and bad. Now, what is good and bad also, by the way, feels very comfortable to the horse. Did you notice that? That was your best exercise so far. By far, yes? Because the horse came up to a normal step, a normal impulsion, a normal canter, and then everything just fits. And when his front feet touch the ground, what a good boy. Oh, I just love it when you jump like you're so wonderful. Right? Now, in your mind, you're very cool about that because you're projecting that. Because that's what you want him to do under the stress of competition when you don't have time to think about it. You got to remember the course. I can also see you're already GPS challenged there. So you, I'm sorry, I'm having fun with you. It's okay. Okay. If he misbehaves down there, Amber, circle. Okay? He's like Baskin Robbins, you know, he thinks he took a number. I'll be out of the way. You post. You post, don't pull. Soft arms. Good. He almost jumped you out of the tack, huh? Over the second one. Did you feel yourself tip back just slightly? I think you're backed off by my standing in front of you. If you hit me, you get a bonus. Okay? What do you think, Dominique? You ready? You're born ready. I can tell. Now, as the exercise gets more complicated, look at the placing rail first. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good girl. Dominique, can you guys hear me in the far corner there? Does the sound system work down there? You can hear me down there, okay? Don't jump 4-6 over 1-6. Okay? You're overachieving there. Just smooth that out. Make that motion smaller. Okay, Lauren. Now, Bo, make a circle there because she's going to be a little sharp, huh? And you just say, oh, maybe we'll jump, maybe we won't. But whatever we do, oh, she wants to stretch. She wants to stretch, yes. Allow that. Good. Good. Then you come in a rhythm. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good boy. Now, time out. Let me ask the audience, do we have a brief description about the horses? Come a little closer, I don't bite much. Okay, now then, first names only. I'm Jim. You are Sandy. Say it again, I'm also deaf. Say again. Amber, Amber, Sandy, Amber. Dominique, Lauren, with an N at the end, not Laura, Lauren, and Bub, the only rooster in the barnyard. I'll be able to leave you, I'll remember you. Now, Sandy, you get one sentence to describe your horse's jumping level. For example, Jim, my horse is a 22-year-old Anglo-Arab who has never jumped. Or, Jim, my horse at what height? Okay. 17-year-old Appaloosa that is comfortable jumping to 3'3". Okay? Good. Amber? Okay. 16-year-old thoroughbred. Amber is on jumping up to 3'3". Okay? Just a little bit. What's that? That's a little more than a yard. My math is a little suspect, but I think that's right. What about Dominique? 10-year-old paid horse has jumped 3 courses, yes. But can jump much higher. Might have to have a high jump contest at the end, just to see. And what about Lauren? You're on Twinkle Toes. Okay. Sorry, he's an Irish sport horse, Canadian sport horse, 8-year-old Canadian sport horse, jumping courses between 3 foot and 3'6". Yes, excellent. And what about Bo? Okay, so 11-year-old Hanoverian who is currently competing at 3 foot and thinking of moving up to 3'3". Is that accurate? Okay, cool. Now, the next thing I need to do is to make sure that all of the riders have their stirrups adjusted correctly for jumping. So as I talk about this now, I want you guys to go, no, don't be looking at the number on that stirrup leather because it might have stretched. Okay? Here's how we do it, Sandy. I want all of my riders to take both feet out of the stirrup and let your legs hang. Both legs out at the hall. At the hall. Now, adjust the stirrup leather so that the tread of the stirrup touches you at or just above the ankle bone. At or just above the ankle bone. When you achieve that, then I want you to be very careful about how you put your feet back in the stirrup. I want the ball of the foot on the tread of the stirrup. I want the little toe against the outside branch. I then want you to stand at the halt and press the weight down in the ankles. When you press the weight down in the ankles, you look about right, Lord, or maybe one more. Let me see you. And where's your here? Yeah, you need to come up one more. I don't know your knees. When you put your foot back in the stirrup, you put the ball of the foot on the tread of the stirrup, the toe against the outside branch, and then as a check at the halt, stand, press the weight in the ankles, allow your toes to turn out to a natural degree, so that when I walk in front of you, once you have done that and you relax back into the saddle, I should see your toes are slightly turned out from the horse. To what angle should that be? The same angle as that with which you walk, so that it is natural for you, but it's not the same for everyone. I don't tell riders, hold your toes at a 30-degree angle or hold your feet parallel, because we're not all built the same. And it's important to me that your joints work, that they're supple, and they take the shock of the galloping and jumping that we're about to do. Okay? Now, let me make an editorial comment. I'm not on a jihad against these stirrups the way some trainers are now, these broad tread stirrups. But I do notice that they cause the riders to put their feet into the stirrup too far. They get their foot deep into the stirrup, and that blocks the action of the rider. So you guys that have these newfangled stirrups, put the ball of your foot on the back. so that your ankles continue to work. Now, any order, I want you to spread out. When we are jumping today, we are going to work in a figure 8 pattern. That means that if you trot down to the end of the arena and you turn right, and you trot down over the rails on the ground, I want you to turn left when you get there. If you turn left, go to the end of the arena, because that will retain the spacing, and turn right. Why do I do that? I'm absolutely mechanical about that. Why? Don't all talk at once. To keep them symmetrical, not just equal, although I hope that we can do that, but to make sure that my horses and riders can turn left or right equally before jumping and after jumping. You would be amazed at how quickly horses will train riders to turn the same way every time. Horses are much better people trainers than people are horse trainers. Okay? And if we're not conscious about it and say, I am aware that people have that bad habit, then it's not going to be me, because my horse can turn both ways equally well. Okay? Sandy, away you go. Posting trot. I want you to come backwards, as it were, through the rustic standards first, all the way down. Now, if you would, now take the final rail, the third rail, and take it out. So there are only 2 rails there. Then, 8 or 10, you go ahead. They'll have it set up. 8 or 10 horses lengths, posting trot, away you go in. 8 or 10, or more horses lengths, Dominic. Same for Lauren, same for Bo. Ladies first, right? Chivalry is not dead. I don't care what the ladies say these days. Heels down, heels down, heels down. Now, what am I looking for now? I have these rails set 9 feet apart. That should be 2 steps for the average horse. So that tells us right away this horse is stepping a little bit short, yes. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep coming. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent. Once more, Sandy. Have him straight, straight. Oh, yes, yes, he's better. She's better than I thought she would be, Bo. When you turn, don't let her pop her shoulder like that, huh? I need you to get to her before she gets to you. Better. I don't mind about the short step in front of the rail, Sandy. I mind that he slowed down. I'm looking for the rhythm. I'm not looking, I don't care if they take a big step, Dominique, or a short step. Yes. If you step in big, you have to keep coming big. Like that. It's easy for him, huh, Lauren? Now, after the rail, bend. Sandy, you're going to come one more time. You're going to go track left, walk, and leave the track. Come on, Speedy. Come on. Oh, good boy. Track left and walk. Sandy, in a moment I'm going to ask you why the 2 steps here are important. 1, 2. 1, 2. Amber, track left and walk. Dominique, track left and walk. Yes. Lauren, track left and walk. With the horse that's a little warm like this, we're continually trying to make them longer. We want her to stretch. We want her to stretch her neck. That's better in the turn. I still want to see more preparation though, yes? So that she's shaped correctly. Sandy, I want you to take your band of merry men, walk, and Sandy, halt in that corner. All of it. And, yes. Walk up. Yes. See, he's a little behind your legs, so he sneaks in a canter stride to get it done.